Hey guys, I'm filming on my laptop, and for the sake of lighting, I'm staring directly out my kitchen window right now. So if I'm squinting, that's why. So I have done a lot of chill videos the past few weeks. So I thought I'd do, it's still kind of a chill video, but a more sewing related video. Showing you guys how I design things, because I have mentioned that I like the designing portion first. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily the best artist, but I enjoy doing it, and that's what matters, right? We're just supposed to be having fun when we do our hobbies. That's what a hobby is. I already did the sketch for my Smile cosplay, which is like the main cosplay that I'm gonna be working on this channel this year. I have plans for other ones, so I figured I'd just design another one. So what we're working on today is Lizzie's blue dress from the luxury liner arc of Black Butler. The show Black Butler takes place in 1889 specifically. The clothing that the characters wear are not historically accurate, but they're still really pretty and fun. And the luxury liner arc is low-key, it's Titanic with zombies. It's Titanic with zombies. But the context I want to give with that is that Lizzie wears this blue dress that gets taken off because it's too cumbersome for her to be like crawling through vents and fighting in. So she's wearing kind of like under things for the majority of the arc, which she's 14 and we're not going to unpack that right now. Because of that, the skirt, which you will see in a second, is kind of just an overlayer and you like see her petticoat basically. And so I have yet to decide what I'm doing about that, because I'm going to probably be making the overskirt first, which is what I'm designing here. But in like a cosplay perspective, I would want the underthings as well, because that's also like a recognizable costume. So yeah, we'll get to that. Hello and welcome to the voiceover. This may or may not align well with what you are seeing, but I will try to finagle things in the editing process. So the first thing I did was traced a croquis. That's what you see I started off with, because I'm lazy and want to be able to focus more on the actual designing aspect than worrying about the perfectionism of the figure itself. That was not proper English. So from the get-go, some things that I knew I wanted to keep were the poofy sleeves, the shape of the skirt, and the front buttons. I planned to design this with a front like hook closure, but I wanted like the false buttons to be there. Regarding the skirt, it is not 1889 accurate, but it's iconic, and it's like that's the thing with it being like a cosplay. I'm not trying to make a historically accurate version of Lizzie's Campania dress. I'm trying to make a historically inspired cosplay. You can see me clicking on my laptop in this video, looking on Pinterest and stuff. It's very difficult to find fashion trends for teenagers in the Victorian era. If anyone knows how to, please let me know down below, because this is something I have really struggled with in my own personal research. I was trying to like play with making her not look too childish, but also making her not look too adult, because she is only 14. You'll notice I changed the bodice a lot, because I kept switching between what my inspiration was, and then I ultimately decided that I found this one evening gown that had like a sort of ruffle on it. It was not in the straight across shape that I ended up using, but that was kind of like where I drew that inspiration from. I realized that I liked the idea of the stripes on the bodice as well. In the original dress, it just goes across the bust. You can see to the left, I believe, where you're looking, is a preliminary sketch I did of me just like looking at her in the manga and drawing what I see making. I think I made a few alterations in that. I obviously changed the shape of the waist to be more of a V. That's a little bit more historically accurate than the straight across sashed waist. And to accommodate that, I may or may not put some bows on the scallop as well. That was not proper English. So I kept the scalloped edge on the bottom as well with the stripes. This is also still a pretty preliminary sketch, so things might change when I actually get into the creation process, and I don't know when that will be. As I mentioned earlier, also I left a space for the underlayer, because I have yet to decide whether or not I'm actually going to be making a full underlayer, because like I said, it's not historically accurate, so it's not like I'd be making an 1880s petticoat or something like that. The one key thing about this design is that I do intend for it to be two pieces, a bodice and a skirt. The original dress design gives the impression of it being one full garment, but I feel like it would just be a lot easier to make it two separate pieces for me. Okay, we're back from the voiceover. This is actually the same video. So what comes after the design process? So I need to do measurements, and we know from my Lily skirt that I struggle with that. I also have to decide what fabrics I'm using. I talked about in my Christmas haul video thing that I got this really pretty blue satin for my Smile cosplay, and if I have any left over from that, which I probably should, I plan to use that for this dress, but I need to wait until after I finish that. I mean, I'm not planning on working on this cosplay until I finish that one, but I need to finish that first to see how much fabric I have left over, and then decide what I want to use it for, if I want to use it, if I have enough to do certain things, if I want to buy more of it or use something else. But yeah, I will also be making decisions on what fabric I want the dress to be, so I can start looking into things. I also need to figure out what I'm doing about the underlayer that I've mentioned a few times in this video, as well as see what extra notions I need. So do I have enough hooks? I definitely need bigger hooks for the bodice, because I just have like tiny skirt ones right now. So I'm gonna figure out how to make her collared thing, and little things like that. And then once I decide all that, or maybe before, I don't know, I will look into patterns. I'm still newer with patterns, so I don't know if I would draft my own or try to find one that's somewhat similar enough that I can finagle it into doing what I want, especially because it's not historically accurate. That's not the easiest thing, but I might be able to work around it. But yeah, so that's a quick little video. I actually don't know how long this video is going to be about my process. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you probably in 2 weeks with another video. I wanted to be posting weekly by March, but I'm behind what I had hoped to be at. So yeah, we're staying bi-weekly for now, because I would much rather, I know I mentioned it's my channel, I can post whatever I want, but I don't really want my entire thing to just be like sit down vlogs. I do want, like, the intention of creating this channel was sewing videos and stuff like that. So I would rather post bi-weekly, but be able to like have 2 weeks to work on a project, especially because I'm still very beginner in sewing. It takes me a long time to do things, and I also just generally have a very short attention span, and I'm still struggling with perfectionism and stuff. We all know it. We all know it. We don't start the project because we're afraid of failing. For the meantime, we're gonna be doing that. But I will see you guys eventually. I'm losing my mind. Okay, we're done. I'm going. Because I need to brush out my hair again and film some self-tapes, and the sun is hurting my eyes. So, bye. I don't know, I have like 16 subscribers. I actually have a new subscriber now. Hello, friend. I guess, I don't know. I have notes. This is weird because I'm recording the voiceover in this video. Like, I'm just gonna cut the audio out of this video. Okay, because I already filmed the sketch part. You know what, I'm recording this separately. What am I doing? So that's gonna be fun. I'm gonna bring my notes over. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm bad at extros. I almost said extros as opposed to outros, as opposed to intros.